It's August 20th, folks. That means we are literally 10 days from kickoff. The Hawkeyes continuing fall camp, now approaching the end of fall camp. Fall camp buzz. We're going to talk about the latest coming out of the program after week 2 completes, and now we're heading through week 3 and the final days and hours of the preseason practice for your Iowa Hawkeyes. We'll talk about it all in just a second. But first, a big thank you to our newest sponsor, our partner here at From the Hawkeye of the Storm, Big Grove Brewery. Big Grove is the official watch party headquarters of your Hawkeyes. Visit biggrove.com. You can check out all their locations. They've got locations in Des Moines, Iowa City, Solon, Cedar Rapids, Omaha coming soon. If you follow me on X, you would have noticed that I was at Big Grove earlier today. Got their Easy Eddie, great hazy IPA if you like IPAs, but so much to choose from. Their Citrus Surfer is really good as well. Check all the locations out, biggrove.com, or visit them locally. Again, Cedar Rapids, Solon, Iowa City, Des Moines, Omaha, coming very soon. So fall camp is about done for your Hawkeyes. Iowa in week 3 of 3. In fact, Thursday is the official end of camp. I believe the team is basically done in the hotel, and tomorrow is the final day of camp. So what has happened since our last live look at Iowa about a week and a half ago at the open practice inside Kinnick Stadium? We had talked about week 1, then we got the open practice, we got media day, a couple of notes, and then, of course, we'll wrap up fall camp later this week and see if there's anything additional to discuss. One being special teams. We'll start there. After a rocky start to the month of August, kicking, I think punting struggled at times. Man, it's been a total turnaround. Consistency from your starters, and certainly the health of guys like Reese Dakin and Drew Stevens will be of utmost importance. Sounds like they figured out Holder. I still don't know who's going to be the starter at long snapper. I've not gotten any indication there whether they will split time between Ike, Speltz, and the transfer Bryant Worrell, who came over from Boston College. But it sounds like they have been just stellar ever since the up and down first week of fall camp. Now, kickoff return is an interesting one because, of course, we know Iowa returns Caden Weegan, who will return kicks and punts. And it sounds like KJ Parker is likely to be the guy behind Weegan at both positions, at both spots, which also means he's going to be lining up, likely will be lining up alongside Weegan in the kick return game. Now, other options at kick return, it sounds like it's likely to be guys like Brevin Dahl, Nate McNeil. I know there have been other names thrown around out there, like perhaps a Sam Phillips who's got some speed. But to this point, the names that I've heard the most, Weegan, KJ Parker, Brevin Dahl, McNeil. Now, Dahl and McNeil I've heard more in the kick return game. Punt return could be a different story. And it's just a different skill set. Weegan has mastered both. It's amazing what he's done and how successful LeVar Woods has been at getting guys for both positions that are elite. More rave reviews, by the way, on Iowa's new free safety. That's Xavier Nwankpa. By all accounts, he is the most talked about return guy this year. And I'm not talking about return specials. I'm talking about a guy coming back here. He's in year 4. And some people would say he's underachieved to this point. He's not been bad, but he certainly hasn't looked like the 5-star that so many expected to get. I mean, that's where the recruiting services had him at a high school. So much hype coming out of Southeast Polk in Des Moines. But it sounds like this may be his year. Coach Patterson alluded to it a couple of weeks ago. Could it be his money year? He's seen that happen with players, and especially with the position change that was prompted by Phil Parker. It will be interesting to see, but it sounds like X has had a phenomenal month of August. Speaking of a phenomenal fall camp, Iowa's tight end Addison Ostrenga. We heard him talked about. His name was summoned during Big Ten Network's visit to Iowa City here a little over a week ago. Jake Butt, former Michigan tight end, was very complimentary of Addison Ostrenga that day. He said Ostrenga was Iowa's best pass catcher when they visited on that Monday. And I kind of sort of just overlooked that simply because here's a former tight end complimenting a tight end, tight end, right? And even the guys at Big Ten Network, Dave Revs and Jerry DiNardo, kind of gave Bud a hard time about it because it's like, yeah, of course you're going to say you were impressed with the Iowa tight end being a former tight end and the fact that Iowa is tight end you. But, man, I've heard that from more than one source now that Ostrenga has been phenomenal during the month of August. He could be the breakout candidate on offense. So someone asked me not that long ago, may have been on this show, may have been on the show with Mark Rogers, who's my breakout candidate on defense. I had said Cohen Entringer. Now I'm like, man, it's probably either Entringer or Xavier Nwankpa. Those guys, both DBs who just have an opportunity to really help a pair of corners that could struggle at times. I've continued to hear that the corners have been shaky at best, and I still don't know who the top two guys are at corner, but it will help having guys like Entringer, X, and of course, in a much improved defensive line. I think an opportunity to have a defensive line that's really pressing opposing quarterbacks, creating sacks and drive killers. That will certainly help immensely. So that's what we have for today. We're going to talk more about fall camp towards the end of the week. Again, official wrap up of fall camp is Thursday. So once the dust settles on that, we'll kind of compile notes and see what we have as we head into game week. We'll be releasing a preview for the season with Coach Patterson. I'll be releasing a game preview for Iowa Albany. So much to come here. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit that like button, folks. Subscribe now. Turn notifications on. We'll be doing live post-game shows every single week. You do not want to miss it. Be subscribed here from the Hawkeye of the Storm. We are the largest Hawkeye platform on the YouTube. We will talk to you soon. It's going to be a fun season. Stay tuned and go Hawks.